One of the department's goals is to make the situation as safe as possible for everybody.
For the first time since learning about NOPD's move to a new headquarters, we're hearing about safety concerns raised by businesses that currently occupy that building.
Well, the department will be moving into the DXC Technology building on Poydras, and officials say there have been some questions about the logistics of transporting criminals to and from police headquarters. That's where we find WDSU's Jonah Gilmore live.
And Jonah, has the city spoken to those businesses ahead of the move?
Well, Stella, Gina, city officials say they have talked with those businesses, addressed the concerns, and now we're learning about a solution. Ahead of the New Orleans Police Department's move into its new space, the city had to address safety concerns from the current tenants inside the DXC building.
One of the concerns of maybe co-tenants was that, implication of the accused, the homicide or the sex trafficking.
The city's chief administrative officer, Gilbert Montano, says some of the concerns include interviewing and interrogating criminals in the space, transporting them into the building and up to the area where NOPD will be housed.
It could be handled at the police headquarters. The way it's being built out right now and handled right now, it's basically a room. There is a service elevator that we had originally talked about going up.
According to Montano, NOPD and city officials listened to their new neighbors, deciding to take a different route to ensure their safety.
My understanding is no, there's not going to be perp walks coming out of the headquarters. There's not going to be interrogations of homicide, assailants or victims.
The city says those things can now take place at the district offices or a general area that's not the downtown facility.
All of the district stations are set up to be able to handle those kind of things.
Donovan Livacari with the Fraternal Order of Police says safety has always been top of mind, which is why they conduct those type of things away from the public at the current headquarters.
You don't find, the arrestees just wandering around the building by themselves.
Livacari says the logistics of this new plan will be trial and error, but believes the department has taken the right step to ensure this move is safe for everyone.
They'll figure out what works best for everybody.
Now, city officials tell WDSU homicide detectives will still have their desks here, but interrogation rooms will no longer be a part of NOPD's headquarters.
Jonah, we also know that there have been some talks about the DA's office moving while their office undergoes renovations. Did the city say anything about where they could go temporarily?
Yeah, we're told once NOPD's recruitment division move into the DXC building here, the DA's office will move into their facility, which is housed at a 1555 Poydras, while the current DA's office undergo that multi-million-dollar renovation. Reporting live in downtown New Orleans, Jonah Gilmore, WDSU News.